Little inhales. Nice exhales. Imagine each breath rushing through your body, kind of cleansing the whole system out. So as we're getting started here, the intention I'd like us to play with during our class today is playing with the idea of a prism. So a prism is when you shine light into a device, and that device is able to break up the constituents of the light, making it so that you can see what the light's made out of. So reds, blues, yellows, purples, breaking all that apart, especially from the white light that's shown in. And prisms are just really beautiful. It's good symbology of our chakras working with the rainbow body inside of us. But if you think of a prism, there's just a couple of things that could kind of clog off a prism, make it so that you can't see the rainbows very clearly. So one of those things would be if the prism is dirty. So there will be a couple of different things that we'll do where we imagine the movement that we're taking is helping to wipe the prism clean. So those will be things like cat-cows or twists, things like that, where we imagine just taking a wash rag and kind of just wiping that prism clean. The other thing that we're going to be working on is imagining inviting light into the central column, into that central nervous system, especially in the spine. And by inviting light into the prism, we're able to actually have that rainbow shine out. If you imagine hanging up a prism in a darkened room, or when it's not close to a source of light, like if it's just far away from the window or something, you also wouldn't be able to see the rainbow. So here by us increasing the light in our spine, and by cleaning that prism, we're imagining that just the whole system feels better, and we're able to kind of imagine sensing those little rainbows all over the body, up and down. And that'll be the idea that carries us forward into our class today. So there will be a couple of different points in our class where we're going to take something that I'm going to call the prism breath. And with this breath, what we're going to do is circle the arms up until the hands meet in prayer position up over the head. Once they meet in prayer position, you trace directly down the direction of the spine. And you imagine that with a circling inhale, that's gathering up light. And with that exhale down the center, we're traveling the light directly into the spine. So here to get us started, let's take 5 of those breaths together. Huge inhale, gather the light. Exhale, bring the light right down the middle. Take another 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Beautiful. So with the body charged up with light, let's begin some of our physical stuff. We'll start off taking the knees into the chest. A couple of easy rocks left and right are kind of like that first squeaky clean action of the hips and low back. Let's take this into a nice, easy twist. The arms spread open, let the knees fall all the way over to left. Imagine this first initial twist is like the wash rag starting to wind around, kind of cleaning up this part of the spine. So just send some easy breaths as the muscles of the back start to relax to this direction. Another breath in and out. Lift the knees back up. Let them take the second side. Wash rod getting the second rotation around, kind of getting that first initial action. Another huge breath, let it flow in and out. Good. Knees come back into the chest. We'll take it to a happy baby, grabbing for feet or shins if the feet are a little too far. And let it be almost like that squeaky clean kind of rocking motion, just a little bit left, a little bit right. Sometimes I'll even tilt all the way to the left slowly and extend right leg up to sky. And then when I tilt to the right, I extend left leg up. So if that feels useful, take it. Otherwise, just take a few more of the gentle rocks, left and right. Slow, easy breaths flowing. Another inhale. Exhale. Let's start to stretch our right leg up to sky. Left leg drops all the way down to ground. With that leg stretching up, clasp wherever you can easily reach behind back of thigh. Gently, gently pulling it in. Just an easy hamstring stretch to get this body warmed up. Beautiful. So here we're taking this to essentially the prep for a figure four. The right knee bends, swivel the foot in so left hand can grab that right foot. And right hand is at the knee. We're hugging this side in. It's kind of like a pigeon pose, but laying on our back. And from here, float the left leg above the ground. 5 times slowly. Bend that left knee in. It taps the right foot. And then extend it right back up to hover above ground. Let's repeat that for another 4. 3. It's like that wash rag is trying to wipe this hip clean. 2. And this last time when it comes in, set up the figure 4 hug, leaving it the right ankle to the left thigh. Huge inhale flows in. A nice exhale. Release the clasp of the hands. Once we're there, drop the right leg all the way down to ground. Left leg takes that brief hamstring stretch up to sky. Grab on easily, feel the leg extend out. Inhale, exhale, swivel this foot in, trying to grab right hand to that left foot. It's like the pigeon pose laying on our back. Set it up the best you can, hugging it in. Another good inhale. Floating the right leg, exhale, tap the right thigh in. Inhale, stretch it back out. Taking another 4. 3. 2. Last one, stays inward, setting up that figure 4 hug. Take another huge breath, let it flow in and out. As we release hands, uncross the ankle. Whatever way we can come up to boat pose, let's come up. So maybe rock directly up and stay, or just kind of roll over, press your way up to boat. Whatever type of boat we can maintain, we're gonna hold for an easy count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grabbing for ankles, set it into an easy converse pose. Spine relaxes up. We'll let low back release over. Just a couple of easy breaths here. Give it time, give it space to open up. Nice inhale. Exhale. Lifting the spine up. We're going to take just a moment, letting this right leg open out nice and wide. From there, dropping the hands in front of you, slide forward and through. Let yourself give the body an easy chance to open up in a whole new way. Spine lifts up, switch the legs out. Easy travel forward and through. Relax here, one more deep breath. From there, gently rise up. Take it to an easy cross leg for a moment. We'll take 5 more of those breaths, the prism breaths. So inhale, circle up, gather the light. Exhale, those prayer position land, and hands travel down the spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take it back to boat. Another count of 10. Finding that position, hands or no hands, legs straight or not. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to an easy cobbler. Maybe after those leg stretches we did a moment ago, maybe this cobbler is just a little bit easier. You never feel like you have to be forceful. It's just relaxing to a depth that feels good. And from here, spine lifts up. Grab the right knee, twist it over to the left, and then create a little bit of separation so that the foot and the thigh are not touching. And spiral continuing to that left side. So it's okay for the right hip to be lifted as we're spiraling around. This is a nice twist for the low back area. Send some easy slow breaths there. Chance to help clean the prism. One more inhale. With our exhale, leave the left hand behind you. The torso returns forward. Right hand also comes behind. If this is enough stretch to get us into that right quad, this is where we stay. So nothing wrong with this. If you really don't feel the quad stretch, you can drop any amount, maybe left elbow, maybe right elbow. Just get to the point where knee does not ache, but you just feel that gentle quad stretch. We'll stay here just a few more bonus breaths. More inhale. Exhale. Reverse every step you took, coming gently back up. Swivel it back open to the cobbler. Again, maybe just a little bit more space. We can relax into this time. Spine rises up. We pick up left knee, tilt it over to right, and then find some separation. Hands plant to the right side, spiral the spine around. Imagine just wiping that prism from this angle. Inhale. Exhale, leave the right hand. Flip the left hand to also be behind you. Quad stretch. Again, if that left quad is not in it enough, you can drop maybe to right elbow, maybe to left. Find that degree that feels perfect. A few more easy breaths here. Another huge breath, pass in and out. Good, ease it back up. One last cobbler here. Flip the leg back open, relax forward. Maybe the easiest one yet. Another huge inhale. Exhale. Good. Easing out. Swing the legs underneath the body. We're coming to cat-cow. So imagine when we take our cat, we're wiping off the top half of the prism. When we're taking the cow, we're wiping off the bottom. Just move with your breath. It's really your breath that cleans it off just as much as the physical action of moving. So find the speed of breath that works for you. Exhales and inhales. One more round, up and down. And then spine at neutral. Scoot the left knee directly under the body. That'll hold us up. The right knee is going to trace 3 huge circles. So we're on left knee underneath us. It's going to be the right knee that floats. So that right knee, trace your first direction. 3 huge circles. 3, 2, 1, and then reverse 3 to the other direction. 3, 2, 1. Good. Keep the knee bent. Bring the foot behind your back. Either float the left hand off to the side, or see if that left hand can grab for the toes. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes not. If you find the grip, try to lift foot and hand up to create a back bend shape with yourself. Good. One more inhale. Exhale. Drop the hand. That right foot plants directly off to the right side. We're going to come up to a high kneeling spot. Take 3 of the prism breaths from here. Inhale. Exhale, light down the center. 2. 1. Place the right hand on the right leg, sliding it down. Left hand reaches up and over. Imagine this huge stretch is that wiping action for the side of the spine. Getting off that area. Returning back up. Slide the right foot in to the point where you have a bent knee, and then lunge to that side however deep you can. The heel can be up or down, whatever feels more comfortable. So if fingers are needed to support this position, mentally do 3 prism breaths. If your hands are free to do 3 prism breaths, go right ahead. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Good. Scoot back to the straight leg and lowering down to elbows. We're in a new stretch for the leg. If you don't feel the stretch quite enough, you can always put the elbows a little closer to the straight leg. More deep inhale. Exhale. We're working our way back up to hands. Plant the right knee underneath us in a way that props us up. Left knee is free. We're doing the 3 large circles to each direction. First direction, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse. 3, 2, 1. The foot comes behind the back. Either right hand floats, trying to balance, or right hand tries to grab for the foot. If the connection is made, try to lift it up. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, hand releases. The foot plants off the left side, coming up high. 3 prisms. Inhale. Exhale, lightest down the center. 2. 1. Left hand on the left leg slides down, right hand up and over. Rising up, scoot the foot in, the knees bent. You lunge to that left side to any depth. Again, it could be a mental 3 prism breaths or circling up 3, 2, 1. Back through the center, straight leg, lower to elbows. If you need a little more, scoot the elbows closer to the straight leg. More breath passes in and out. Good. Coming back through the center. Let's take our first downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the legs. Pedaling can feel nice. This is one of those you don't have to stay super long, but stay to the point that it feels good. Eventually making our way to top of that, but like I said, no rush. Stay as long as it's still feeling useful. Good. Walking hands either on the floor or on the leg over to the right side. Feel like you're wringing and wiping that part of the spine. And go over to left side. Back through the center. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, circle up, gathering light. Exhale, travel that down the center. Beautiful. Like a curtsy, we're bringing the right foot onto the center of the mat. The left foot slides back and crosses off the mat. Front knee's a little bit bent. The arms sweep up overhead. Grab that left wrist and lean it to the right, cleaning that whole left part of the spine. More inhale. Exhale. Hands release. Step the left foot up into the center. When it's there, right foot sweeps back like the curtsy off the mat. Grab up overhead. Holding on to right wrist, pull it to the left. Huge inhale. Nice exhale. Release. Step up to the top. Good balance. It's all good. Circle up to sky. Gather light. Exhale down the center. Repeating 2. 1. As the hands are at the heart here, Continue to melt the spine all the way down, forward fold. Feel the spine relax. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fingers down. Slide the right foot back. Back heel drops down. Warrior one, sweep the arms back up. Huge stretch, reaching up for that source of light up there. Huge inhale. Exhale, rotate open, warrior two. Holding the legs strongly. Take 3 more prism breaths. Inhale. Exhale down the center. 2. 1. Arms float open. Front leg straightens. Triangle pose. Left hand reaches forward and then drop left hand to shin, right hand to sky. Feel the space in the ribs, space in the hip area. Rise up, keeping the front leg straight, reverse it. So reach the right hand to the back wall for just a moment before you drop it to thigh, left hand to sky. Huge inhale. Exhale back up, soften the front knee to warrior two. And cartwheel the hands all the way down to the ground. Hop up on those back toes, lowering the back knee down. From here, you can either just lift the left hand up to sky or try to grab that left hand to the back toes, a simple quad stretch for a moment. One good inhale. Exhale. Bring both hands to plant in front of you. Scoot this front foot back. Plank or kneeling plank. We're going to take 3 push-ups or kneeling push-ups, whatever you can do. So inhale as we bend the elbows, lowering down. Exhale to press our way back up. 2. 1. Lowering the hips down to cobra or drop down to space. Inhale. Exhale a moment with the child pose. Knees can be as wide as feels comfortable. Downward facing dog when you're ready. You can stay if it feels good. Eventually make our way up to top of that forward fold. This time, separate the feet about as wide as mat. Toes turn forward. Fingers can work from the shins or from the floor, but we're going to take 5 little cycles. The cycle goes like this. When we bend the knees, sitting the hips back, we straighten the spine, gaze forward. And then when we straighten the legs, we try to bow forward just a little bit deeper. So repeat that another 4. 3. 2. 1. So one more bonus breath, relaxing down. As that exhale finishes, inhale sweeps us up to sky. Little back bend, gather light, travel the light down the heart, all the way down the spine. Good. Feet back up to the center. The same curtsy thing, so right foot at the top, cross the left foot off the mat. Reach up overhead, grabbing left wrist, pull it to the right. Over to front door side, good. As we release, we're going to try to balance on the front foot, grabbing the left hand and the left foot together behind our back. Quad stretch. If you don't feel the quad stretch, scoop tailbone under. And if you want to switch from quad stretch to dancers for just a moment, that's fine. I usually flip my grip to the inner arch, straightening right leg or right arm up, and then take the foot into the hand. Whatever you're doing, take one more breath in. Soft exhale. Left foot to the top, curtsy the right back. Grabbing the right wrist, pull it to the left. We release. You're stepping onto the front foot, try to grab right hand to right foot behind. Quad stretch, so if you don't feel it, scoop tailbone under. Good. Maybe dancer if you wish. Put into the hand. Good. Release. 3 prism breaths. Gather that balance. Gather the light. Gather the energy. Continue to melt the spine all the way down, forward fold. Half lift up the shins. And as fingers go down, this time left foot slides back. Back heel can drop down. Warrior 1. Reaching up to that source of light. Big inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. 3 prism breaths. Arms back open, front leg straightens. Triangle, reach that left hand forward, that tilts the back hip before you drop left to shin, right to sky. So front of the room, yeah, you got it. I think I said left to shin, that's okay. This is the other one, right to shin. Okay, so easing up. Legs are still straight, reach a little bit to the back wall. This one doesn't go quite as far, but reverse it up. Good. Softening back to warrior 2, the slightly bent knee. Roll the hands down. Lower the back knee down. Right hand either reaches up to sky or tries to grab another quad stretch for that back leg. More inhale. Exhale, easy, soft release. Scoot the leg back. Another chance for some push-ups. So either plank or kneeling plank. Okay, inhale as we lower. Exhale to press back up. 2. 1. Great work. Sphinx or Cobra. Take the back bend. And child's pose. Good. So rising up, we're going to try to aim for a double quad stretch. So note, if you are flexible here, you'll want to scoot up a little bit higher on your mat. First variation would be for very tight quads. That would be sitting on a block or even just sitting on the feet. And then if you want to lean the hands back to another block behind or to the hands behind, that would be just enough if you can feel the quad stretch already. If you're wanting a deeper quad stretch, you separate the feet about as wide as the mat, grabbing the calves, you rotate them out, you sit in the middle, and then you lean back any amount that feels good for the knees still. So sometimes just coming back to lean on hands is plenty. Yep, just take it to the middle, that's fine. Sometimes there's people that can lower to one or both elbows, but don't feel like you're forcing the knees. This is just one last chance to stretch those quads. And while we're here, obviously our hands are not free, so we won't be taking physical prism breath. Let's try to go for 5 mental prism breaths. In our mind's eye, we circle our arms up and gather that light to chase down. So inhale 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Good. Reverse every step to come gently back up and out. It might feel nice to take a little calf stretch or even a full downward facing dog for each side, wiggling the legs. It's a moment to have some length. On exploring that as long as you need. Eventually coming to sitting, but no rush. Comparing our body from the beginning to now, let's take another cobbler's pose. Again, don't feel any sense of force. Just feel perhaps some of those muscles just a little bit more willing to relax. Rising up gently. Let's try out both legs, wide angle forward fold. Taking my hands through the center. Then just fill any amount that your body's willing to ease. It's not about force, especially on this prism day, because you force mirrors and prisms into a shape they don't want to go into and they break. So instead, it's just this easy, easy relaxation. Another huge breath blows in and out. Travel gently onto the spine. So if legs would like to slide together to help us travel down that spine, use any amount of core or just release. As we're down here on our back, let's ease our hips one last time. So we're gonna slide the left leg long on the mat. Right knee comes in, clasp hands around that knee. Give it a gentle hug, trying to pull it directly in. And then like that white wash rag, trying to clean out this low hip area. Let the right hand pull the right knee open to right. And then when knee picks back up, left hand takes over, bringing leg to a partial twist. Doesn't have to be super far. And eventually open back up. 2. One more cycle. This time as it travels over into the twist, let it stay. Just easing, kind of a last wipe up this part of the spine. Relax the right hip down and the right leg down. And then left knee will come inward, give it a little hug, pull it in. Breath here. And then 3 cycles, pulling knee open to left. Dividing it across into right hand, partial twist. Take another 2. And 1. That last one, just ease as deep into the twist as your spine wants. One last wash rag, wipe up the spine. Imagine that prism is squeaky clean, not a speck of dust, not a fingerprint, nothing at all. One more good inhale. Exhale to ease the spine back out. If there's last stretches you need, this is an invitation to explore any of those last things as long as it takes for your body to feel comfortable. Even if your body needs to switch the Shavasana position from laying on your back to a different shape, that would also be perfectly fine. It's a chance to explore, to play around, to be with your system until you eventually feel completely ready to relax, sooner or later. Just keep breathing, moving until you feel that sensation, that relaxation. So my invitation, before we find ourselves completely relaxed and released into Shavasana, my final invitation is to take 5 more of those prism breaths, laying on your back here. At your own pace, inhales to gather up light, exhales to travel that light down the center of the spine, 5 times at your own pace. Whenever the 5th one releases, friends, find a comfortable spot wherever that is. And we imagine in our mind's eye, with all this light we just gathered into the spine, we imagine that prism starting to flicker little rainbows all over our body. So just as you breathe in and out, get to enjoy that light show. Prisms, all the little rainbows being cast all over your body, because the body feels a little bit better, a little bit more calm, a little bit more open. Here for several minutes, just keep this beautiful breath flowing. Begin to deepen the inhales and exhales. Introduce little stretches back to the body, fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Stretching out in ways that feel good. Perhaps taking the fetal position off to one side if you wish. Enjoying 2 or 3 more breaths. Essentially coming up to a comfortable seated place when you're ready. Both hands at our heart, with our prism clean, with our spine lit. We envision in our mind's eye a person who really, we imagine radiating light, like they practically glow. And we realize we can tell absolutely the difference when people are working on themselves, trying to clean that prism to gather more light. And so with us continuing that beautiful journey, cleaning our prism, gathering more light, with that journey to help lead us on, let's wrap up the time we got to share together with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. Om. May we be filled with light and happiness and peace. Namaste.